With some insight into all of this is Washington Post columnist Catherine Rampell. Catherine, good morning to you. A bombshell might be putting it lightly at this point. We've seen moments like this before from Donald Trump. Why is this different?
If it is different.
Yeah.
And there have been many times that have been called the very last straw when he made comments about a Mexican or a judge of Mexican descent, when he insulted a Gold Star mother. Everybody said this was it.
It's the moment.
He was doomed, and he bounced back. I think if this time proves different, it could be because these are not mere words, that you can dismiss his insulting Rosie O'Donnell as just, mere words. In this particular tape, he's actually talking about physical assault. He's bragging about behavior that either he has engaged in or thinks he has license to do. And for some people, that might be over the line.
The Washington Post broke this story yesterday afternoon. How did this tape come to light?
Well, my colleague David Farenthold has been, he's a terrific reporter in general. He has been doggedly pursuing everything about Donald Trump's foundation. He got a call from an anonymous to the rest of us source on Friday saying that this material had surfaced and would he like it. Apparently, NBC was aware of this footage and had been planning on doing something, but David beat them to the punch.
We saw and heard in Major's report, obviously, about Republicans right away coming out and disavowing the comments. Certainly, we even heard from Donald Trump's running mate, Governor Pence, about it, and he was despondent over it. What's the impact that this has on other Republicans down the ticket now?
The real question right now is whether the Democratic Party can successfully tarnish basically all Republican politicians with Trumpism, as they have been attempting to do. It's not clear whether that'll stick or not. I mean, as we have seen, a number of Republican politicians have condemned the comments but have not actually rescinded their endorsement of Trump. But they do seem somewhat worried that they'll be held responsible. I mean, John McCain, for example, had released a statement condemning the comments and saying Trump and Trump alone should be held responsible for this, i.e., please don't blame me.
Yeah.
Trump was supposed to appear at a GOP fundraiser with Paul Ryan in Wisconsin. Appears to have been essentially disinvited from that event, and Ryan is now in a difficult position, is he not?
Oh, he's been in a difficult position for months and months and months. Again, Trump has been saying things that go very much against Paul Ryan's core values. He condemned, for example, the ban on the uniform ban on Muslim immigrants, said that this was textbook racism. Or excuse me, I guess that was the Judge Curiel comments were textbook racism. But he has condemned a number of things that Donald Trump has said. He's been put in a difficult position, and yet he has not yet come to bring himself to actually rescinding his endorsement.
We have the debates coming up tomorrow night, as if people weren't already looking forward to it to try to see what was said. How does this change maybe what we will see in the debate tomorrow night?
You can bet that Hillary Clinton will bring up these comments. She already has cut an ad about them and previously had cut several ads referring to other comments, lewd comments that Donald Trump has made about women, degrading comments. So I'm sure that this will be an important talking point for her. The question is how Donald Trump responds, given that he sort of released...
We saw that a little in his statement
We saw this
already.
a little bit, but he was very defensive, right? He apologized, but then he said Bill Clinton was worse. So how is he going to be when he's on the debate stage and when he doesn't have a script in front of him? And he's a little more riled up. We'll see.
All right. Catherine Rampell of the Washington Post, thanks very much. Tomorrow morning on Face the Nation, John Dickerson's guests will include Republican National Committee Chairman Reince Priebus and Clinton campaign manager Robbie Mook. And John will be joined by Norah O'Donnell, Gayle King, and Bob Schieffer at the second presidential debate, this one in St. Louis. Coverage begins tomorrow night at 9, 8 Central.